Professor, I have a slight problem.
What's that?
I've been trying to use a student for my personal academic gain, but unfortunately she knew for quite a while, and I think she's a fraud. The problem is, when I realized I had such a person in my clutches, I was so ecstatic I rounded up her other professors and told them, always thinking about just how special they made me feel. On one hand it was great, I had all these people looking to me for advice, but on the other I was starting to get exhausted. It didn't seem worthwhile. I was wasting precious energy on this student I grasped, and in the end I wasn't getting much back in terms of prestige and other such gains. Of course I'm basing my behavior on professional ethics, but not even I really believed it. I was quick to claim her to use for professional gain, and was too quick to feel used, because I didn't expect her to know she was being used. I wanted her to feel helped, even though I was actually doing more harm than good, but who cares? It's important I'm seen as the victim here and not her. I only hope she never gets the chance to speak out on her side of the facts.
You feel you have the right to use students, but they cannot use you?
Yes. I see my doctorate title as a way to have students slave away from me, but under no circumstance can it be the other way round. I've been called a hypocrite, but I don't see it that way. I had already hacked into her library account to see what kind of books she was reading, and compared the literary styles to the language she was using in her class assignments her teachers were forwarding to me, so it seemed only natural for me to check her background and eventually hack her computer as well. The invasion wouldn't stop there, but that's for another time. After hacking her computer I found that she had studied me for a purpose I don't comprehend. I entered her home as well, something that might eventually have been a mistake.
And all of this without her acknowledged consent?
Consent is not part of my vocabulary, unless it refers to my and only my consent on things.
Why do you think she's a fraud?
Because well, there's no way she could have known, unless she manipulated me into thinking it. There's just no way. I don't know if she's smart or stupid, but I really think it's the latter, and I plan to exploit that. Someone that's stupid couldn't have figured it all out, because if it were me, I would have never figured it out, so she's definitely a fraud. But that's not the main problem. The biggest issue I have is that she made me look stupid in front of everybody, and I just can't let that happen. I feel like I've been fooled in my area of expertise, and you know just how much that can't be tolerated, Dr. Professor.
Oh no, certainly not. A PhD should never be made the fool out of, especially in front of other doctor professors. You'd be the laughingstock of the place. I mean, it's absolutely humiliating. Imagine an undergrad fooling an expert, what that would do to you, if that got out. It would make you seem like an utter retard, and so out of place in this institution of professors, and learning in this well-rated university.
Exactly. So now I want revenge.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be in your shoes. Being made the utter fool out of in such a way. You'd make quite the bad name for yourself, if all your shit hit the fan. Pardon my language.
Yes.
It's a lot of shit, and if it hit the fan it would make a colossal mess.
Yes, whatever, let's talk about how to humiliate her and not me, please. What's worrying me the most is that my certificates and diploma on the wall have taken quite a few hits with this whole ordeal, and I need to feel less stupid. A way to achieve that would be to sue her for moral damage and claim what I feel is rightfully mine, and destroy her in the process. She'll learn what pecking order means.
Have you taken any steps towards this?
Her teachers don't like her. We badmouth her all the time in safe anonymity and online at Asperger's support site. We decided to take matters into our own hands in the most cowardly fashion. Now I sometimes look over my shoulder and feel unsafe because I've been so cowardly.
It's a bit childish for a middle-aged woman, isn't it?
She directly insulted my credentials and intelligence. What do you expect from a raving narcissist? I'll be the mastermind. This university needs to stop evil undergrads from carrying out their plans against teachers such as myself.